Hey everyone, I'm Sheri Hauser, and I'm here with my new colleague, Lesia Kohut. Hey,
Hello.
hey,
What's up, Spirit?
what's up? Tell me all about it.
Wow. Well, this is our very first installment episode of What's Up, Spirit, and we are here as the new co-leads of the Victoria Truth Center in Victoria, BC. And this is a way for us to connect, to engage, to let people know what it is that's going on in the community. And I am so grateful and honored to be in the position of spiritual director of this community that is being ushered into a new, more engaging, vibrant, dynamic expression of what it has been up until now. And I'm so excited to be doing it along with you, Ms. Co-Lead. So, Sheri Hauser, you are Love Ambassador Extraordinaire. You are my partner in this thing. You are a walking, talking, living, breathing expression of love and joy on steroids. So, Spirit, what's up?
Well, I'm just all giddy with aliveness, especially after our incredible weekend at the Intuitive Arts Festival, which I know you're going to say more about. It was the first opportunity we had to be in the public eye talking about what we love and why we love it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, being a part of the leadership team at Victoria Truth Center, if you had told little Sheri, who grew up on this beautiful island living in Victoria, my parents took my sister and I to the Children's Church of the Golden Key that was still run by Emma Smiley, the the just incredible energy that she was, the force of nature that was Emma Smiley, who for some 45 years ran the Victoria Truth Center and out of 1201 Fort Street. And I went as a young girl. My mom went as a young girl. She was introduced to it by her grandmother. So I grew up with the principles of live life lovingly and the values that Emma Smiley brought to the Children's Church of the Golden Key.
Mm.
And I really liked my experience as a young person. I It inspired me to think about the values, the stories that we were told about how to be in the world, and what does compassion look like in action? What does forgiveness look like in action? What
Mm-hmm.
does honesty look like in action? And they would tell us stories every week. And I grew up and found other interests on Sundays, whether that was a part-time job while I was in high school or playing softball. So I didn't stay with the center, but here I am 40 years later. Yeah, leading from my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
so happy to be doing it with you.
Now, just before you go on to talk about what has been happening, I would like to say a little bit about where I'm coming from because I haven't had the history that you have had with the Victoria Truth Center. So I am someone who's newer to the community, and probably even newer to the new thought teachings, which is what our community is based in. And for those people who don't know what new thought is, or maybe need a little refresher, it is about there's only one thing going on. Call it energy, call it love, call it universe, call it source, call it God, whatever it is that works for you. That's what's going on. To everyone and everything is that. Not just a part of, not just sometimes, not more over here and less over here, but all of it, all the time. And the third thing is it's all about personal responsibility because the degree to which we really become aware of and embody that allness, that awesomeness, that magnificence, that incredible, amazing, infinite expression of universe and action every moment of every day, that's how much we're going to experience it. So oneness, divinity, and sort of wholeness and interconnectedness of everyone and everything, and the power to choose how much of that are we going to experience every day? How much are we going to live life lovingly, like Sheri just said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I know what really lands for me is the idea that whatever I'm not changing, I'm choosing.
Mm,
And once I got that philosophy, I realized that I'm the only one who can empower me
Yep.
to make different choices in my life if I want different outcomes.
Yep.
Maybe you're a person in the world who is having a great time and you're already living your best life. Then fantastic, come join us. And if you're someone who needs a few reminders that no matter where you are, it's perfect. And if you want something to be different, you have agency over that. And so becoming aware of the little micro choices that lead to the eventual outcome that is your life, that you are in fact in charge. And that's why I'm still a fan at 53 of new thought. Like, it's nothing that I've outgrown.
Yeah. Micro choices. I like that. I like that you mentioned it, during a talk that I did a couple of Sundays ago, just the word micro choices. Every moment, every day, a brand new opportunity to choose again and again and again and again. And just because we've chosen something up until now doesn't mean we have to choose that way again going forward. So yeah,
That's right.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually can learn and evolve and change and transform
Yep.
and have something different tomorrow.
Yeah. So do you want to tell the people some of the ways that we have been changing and transforming in the last few weeks, months, or whatever it is that you want to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, I do actually. And I took on this role at the Victoria True Center as brand steward. And that might be a title that not everyone is familiar with. What it means to me is that I care so passionately about the way that other people view the center, everything about it. What does it feel like to drive by the building? What does it feel like to walk in the doors? What is it like to receive messages from us? What is our presence on social media? What does our website say? So in all of these ways are opportunities to tell the story about what we value, what we care about, what we're open to, and what we're inviting you into. So with that, the building went from being white with faded blue-gray trim to being bright sunshine yellow and raspberry trim. So you can't miss it on Cedar Hill and Hillside. I love driving up to the building these last few weeks. Every time I see it, there's just joy in my heart. And walking in the doors and seeing an open floor space without chairs bolted to the ground means that we can form circles when we want to form circles. We can invite in practitioners who are doing breath work and have sound healing and come together in conscious communities to circle and to play authentic relating games and to come together in song and dance and revelry and marvel at each other's capacities to express. I'm all about expression. It's the core of what I value, what I care about is empowering expression. So on that note, we have events every week that are inviting people in to come and meditate and hear inspiring talks. And once a month, there's a new spiritual cabaret called Radiate. And the theme, as you know, is Together We Shine Brighter.
Yeah.
Coming together because everyone who wants to be seen in their expression needs a witness. And so that's what happens when we gather together to express ourselves. And there are people witnessing that. There is a ripple effect of love. When you are a performer, if you love to sing or dance or play music or do comedy, whatever it is, you are being that when you are in the expression of it. It is in the act of doing it that you become it. So creating those opportunities, that's what I'm excited about. How about you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And some of those opportunities that have taken place already have just been so uplifting and energizing and engaging. And the feelings that were generated, the experience that happened at that first Radiate that took place a week and a half ago was just so nourishing and expansive and connecting to everyone who was there, or for everyone who was there, by everyone who was there. I really feel like it surpassed any expectations that people may not have even known they had, because people were just floating and buzzing out of the space. And I know for me, like for a couple of days afterwards, even, because it was just such an extraordinarily love and joy filled event. So I am so looking forward to the next one, because that is something that has happened. And then there's the next one coming up on November 24th. And in addition to Radiate and the new branding and the new frontage of the building, which really is, I totally agree. Driving up to that sunny, cheery, vibrant yellow building is just so much fun and really opens up the heart and makes me smile. We continue to have a Sunday meditation and community gathering that starts at 10:30. And so come for the meditation so that you can just relax and calm and ground and open up just a little bit more to the present, spacious now moment. And then there's an opportunity at 11 o'clock to connect in community with some live music and inspirational talk, discussion of the monthly theme, which this month happens to be expressing. And just to build community together, right? And then coming up, we are going to be introducing a new midweek pick-me-up called Elevate on Wednesday, November 22nd. That's going to be happening from 7 to 8:30 p.m. And super excited for that, because that is going to be another opportunity for people who, for whatever reason, aren't available to come on Sundays, but want to expand their mind, open up their heart, activate their soul to more fully, joyfully, zestfully expressing the infinite creativity, resilience, and love that they are at their core, and to building community together. Because that's what we're doing. We're not just here to say, hey, join us for what we have on the go. Like, we're here to build together, to see what it is the community has to offer, to see what it is the community wants. And so far, it's been such an amazing ride. And so that's just a little bit of what is coming down the pike. In the new year, there will be even more. Heck, even in December, there's already something that we're talking about that we're super excited to introduce. So that's what's going on with the center and the community. But What's Up Spirit is also a way for us to get to know each other a little bit more, and for the community to get to know us as individuals. So, Sheri, What's Up Spirit in terms of you, personally, what's going on for you these days?
So much is happening right now. I'm about to take off for a birthday trip to Sedona. Going to play in the energy vortexes, having a sound healing out there in the desert, planning to go to a static dance, planning to go have an experience at a temple, hiking, swimming, playing, a lot of revelry, some meditation time, some reading, cooking good food with good friends. And the other thing that's up that is massive for me personally, that is all happening right now, is I'm learning a new form of dance that I've never done before. And it's a 10-week dance class. And at the end of it, we're doing a live show at a club in front of people. And I'm terrified. It's a total edge for me, something I never thought I'd do. And it's all part of this adventure of life, is having experiences that stretch my comfort zone and remind me how alive I am. And I never want to be a person who wakes up one day and decides that whoever I think I am, or whatever I think I'm capable of, that I've somehow maxed out, that that's it, that that's all I've got. I like to challenge that norm. And well, maybe I can be something else. I took a singing class last year. That was my stretch in 2022. And in 2023, I'm picking up a new form of dance. So that's what's up with me. How about you, Spirit? What's
Yeah, and
going on for Lesia?
that's a tiny smidgen of what's going on with you or what's up with you. For me right now, I mean, basking in just the joy, the revelry, the expansion, the frustration as I grow as an individual, as I grow as a leader, as I grow as a member of the VTC community, just embracing all of it. Because like you, I don't want to settle. I don't want to just kind of go, I've made it. This is what life is all about. I've reached it and I'm done kind of thing, because I don't think it's ever done. I think that it is an ongoing evolution of who and what we are, continually expressing with every single moment an opportunity to express more fully. And so right now, where my energy and attention is going, a lot of it is going to building this community. But personally, I am super excited because November 8th marks the 1-year anniversary of the publication of my very first book, baby, Soul Excavation, an exploration and discovery of self through fear, failure, and quantum physics. And it has been nominated, it's a finalist for Canada's biggest Reader's Choice Book Award. So the 2023 Canadian Book Club Awards. And so I'm actually campaigning right now to invite people to read the book and then to vote if it has touched them, if it has inspired them. And right now, as I was writing up a newsletter to send out, it sort of landed for me that without even really trying, like hundreds of people have read this book and have written me or told me personally how much they feel inspired, and how even though we lived completely different lives, there are universal themes that we all can on some level relate to that are in that book and allow people to see themselves through. And because of that, there are hundreds of people, if not more, that are now sort of really, really opening up to the notion that just because life has been a certain way up until now doesn't mean it has to be that way going forward. And so my why is empowering the conscious awakening of humanity so that together we can cultivate a global community founded in love. Being the spiritual director at VTC is one way. Being part of that community is another way. This book is another way. Getting this book out into the world is another way. And so I am just humbled. I am honored. I am thrilled and delighted and just like giddy with glee that this is what's happening. Because it's so meaningful. Like it really, I feel it in my heart. I really feel it in my heart because it's all about love. And so that's probably the biggest thing for me. In addition to, I have been listening for the last, I don't know, 3 months, because I like
Can I
to
just
listen to
pause
books.
you there?
Yeah.
Before you go on, I just want to say, well bragged, sister. I don't think there's enough uplifting each other and really cheersing when we have massive accomplishments, like not just authoring a book, Lesia, but having the book be recognized by a national book award, receiving hundreds of comments from people that you've never met in their stories of impact of your words in your book. These are big things in one's life journey, and I really mean it when I say well bragged.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I take that in and I just thank you. I feel that and I appreciate that and I appreciate you. On a lighter note, I've been listening to a book because I like to listen to books. I do read, but if I can listen, I listen. And I've been listening to a classic, The Count of Monte Cristo. Have you ever read it?
I've seen the movie.
Okay, which I think there are, I don't know, like 20 versions or something. But this is like over 50 hours of listening pleasure. And so I am listening to this in bits and bytes, at sort of like 15 to 30 minutes a day. And I am so enjoying being transported to another time, another place, this epic story, which really is rooted in vengeance. But there is so much richness and so much description, and there are parts of it that are really making me laugh out loud. So I'm just so enjoying being immersed in this world that is so completely different from the one that I am living my life in every moment. It's just such a delight to be transported to, the land of make believe in that way, and have my attention just sort of shift away from obligations and expectations and to-do lists and that kind of stuff. So that's one way that I'm kind of nourishing my soul right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know we were going to talk about books. I am a big fan of Brianna Wiest, and I'm currently reading 101 Essays That'll Change the Way You Think.
Is that the one you had at the show?
No.
Okay.
What got me onto her is a book that I actually keep here at my desk, and it's called Ceremony. And one of the things that was so remarkable as I read this, it's really every page is its own phrase, its own message or lesson. And as I was reading this book, just one page at a time, soaking it all in, I got to something on page 120. And when I read it, I'm like, this is my why for everything. You change the world by helping others change the way they see themselves. All things are expressions of the collective, and we shift the collective one piece at a time. And that's what we were doing at the Intuitive Arts Festival, Lesia. One at a time, we were having conversations about values, about what people care about, where they get blocked, limiting beliefs, and what it's like to belong in a community where you're welcomed exactly as you are. I'm so excited about what's to come. And I'm so excited to have you on my partner on this ride. And I know that as we grow this program, What's Up Spirit, every Tuesday, we will be discussing so much more. It's been an absolute delight having this time with you. Is there anything more you wanted to say before we close this first chapter?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to everyone who is watching, everyone who is engaging with us and just sort of giving us your time and attention, because we know that it is so incredibly precious. And so to that end, we also would like to invite you into the conversation and let us know by posting a comment below. How is it that you're expressing, and what is it that you're expressing as? Okay, so expressing is our theme for the month. Let us know. Drop a comment below and let us know whether it's a word, a phrase, a poem, a little drawing, or something like that. How are you expressing? What are you expressing as? And so as the conversation continues, then I know, like Sheri said, that more is going to come up. If you are interested in finding out more about our community, then if you are not already in the Victoria True Center Facebook group, go on over to the Victoria True Center Facebook group, become a member if you feel so called. And if you feel called, go and check out our website, because it is evolving, it is expressing, and it is a work in progress, and it is brand spanking new, and there's lots to take in all.
So fresh, fresh, hot off the press.
Yeah.
Shout out to our creative partner, Phoenix, who did an exceptional job understanding our values and our mission. And I also want to give a shout out to Melanie Orr Graham, who did an exquisite job at our first event on Radiate, October 27th, taking photographs so that we could share what we look like in the world at our building, having fun. Yeah, it's great to have good partners on our creative team as we grow and change. So thank you.
Thank you. And I guess to everyone, we just say, hey, live life lovingly, right?
Live life lovingly. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.